Well, hello, and welcome back to another Coffee with Laura. I, of course, am Laura, your friendly stress and mindset coach, here to help you rewire your mind, prevent burnout, and truly live as your most confident, healthy, and happy self. Yes, it takes a little work to rewire your mind. Very true. But we're working to keep ourselves comfortable and stuck in the patterns we kind of want to change anyways. So it really comes down to choice. Ironically, that is what our topic is about today. The power of choice. This is something that we are all granted, yet we totally take for granted. We abandon it. There's a saying, sometimes not choosing is choosing, which is what most of us do. And we don't ask ourselves how we want to experience our life. We say what we want. And that's so aligned with the comfort and familiar patterns. And then we're frustrated when we haven't grown and we haven't changed. Without personal growth, without choosing to grow, and it is a choice, you're just responding from the narcissistic, egotistical child. It's part of our evolutionary growth to think our world is all about us. And then as we grow up, we learn that other people have different opinions, different experiences, and we get out of that. Well, some of us. Point being, we are all programmed. That is one of the unique things about being human. And our code is created from our childhood. So that means you didn't really create it. We learned what was to be valued and what wasn't based on what we witnessed in our surroundings. So for example, let's say you had parents who never worked out, but they made a lot of money. You would value money over health. And when it comes to you expanding your own health or improving on your own health, if it felt like it was at a cost to money, you would not be doing it because your brain would be like, no, money is more important. Or I'll give you another example. I have a client who's the CEO of her company, and recently she just won a really prestigious award, and it was awesome. And all she could talk to me about during our session is how stupid she is. And it was really interesting listening to how everyone else, like 400 people, were wanting to acknowledge her, and all she could think about is how stupid she was. But that's what she witnessed as a child, and now that's how she views herself. Without doing the work, that's the pattern that she's going to continue to create. And as soon as I asked her to get back in her brain, she actually laughed because she's like, that dang child, it keeps wanting to come up and tell me I'm stupid. I am really freaking smart. And she literally talked to herself like that. We can't control the world. I know, we would like to, but we can't, no matter how hard we try. But what we can control is what we choose and how we choose to respond. I like to think of it as currency personally, investing in my relationships, investing in myself, investing in my work, you name it. Every choice, the more deliberate I can make it, the more satisfied and fulfilled I am. And actually, I've run an experiment with that with people, and we feel more fulfilled. We feel more satisfied when we actually choose. So let me give you an example. I choose to do a few things that I don't really like. I wake up at 4 a.m. Monday through Friday to get my workout in before my client work starts. Why? Well, when I was doing it in the middle of the day or in the evening, which sometimes is more convenient, a couple things happened. One, sometimes I didn't do it, and that was uncool. Two, it became more about weight loss and less about purpose and doing it for me and how it made me feel good. It wasn't fun. It was a chore. Whereas when I do it in the morning, it's about energy. I don't drink coffee. I've admitted that on Coffee with Laura before. And from what I hear, it gives you a great boost of energy, which kind of jealous, would love to like coffee. But instead, what I do is I work out. Do I want to? No. But I enjoy how I feel after I do, and it feels good, and I feel good about me, and it's an investment in discomfort for me. I'll give you another one. Meal prepping. Do it every single week. Been doing it now for, 7 years? Yeah, 7 years. And I used to think people who meal prep were freaking crazy. How would you know what you're going to want to eat? And then I did it. And I was like, oh my God, that made my life so much easier. And it was so much better to be healthy and like feel good throughout the week. And what do you know? I got better results. I'm like, there must be something. And life inevitably was life. And I forgot it a week. And I ate like poop. And I felt like, you guessed it, poop. And then it motivated me to want to keep doing it. And there are plenty of times this past Sunday I had to work. And I remember coming home and like on my way home thinking, I really don't want to meal prep. And I was like, wait a minute. That is not the right thought. What it was me not wanting to expend energy. But I've actually been able to realize that cooking is a fun form of creativity for me. I get to try new recipes. Sometimes I go off no recipes. Sometimes I tweak recipes. Sometimes I just play. Sometimes I get it right. Sometimes I get it wrong. It's a gamble. But the gamble of it kind of makes it fun for me as I'm trying to be healthy. And even on Sunday, when I was feeling, I don't really want to expend that energy, I remembered how much fun I can have when I'm doing that, and it switched it up. So why do I do it? Do I do it because I want to? I do it because I like the reward. I like how much stress it takes off my plate. I like how I feel good throughout the week. I like how I'm feeling like I'm taking care of myself in one giant gesture. And I also like only having to do the dishes once. Not a big dishes fan. And you know what else I choose? Sometimes I choose to eat unhealthy. I do. Because guess what? Also human. But here's what so many people misunderstand about eating unhealthy that I also misunderstood within my own health journey. We get hooked and it has to be perfect and we get super dogmatic about it. And it doesn't work. It just creates a cycle of self-hatred and self-defeat. Whereas when I choose to eat unhealthy, as in like a conscious choice of I'm going to eat this cinnamon roll, for example, do I feel like crap after? Yeah. Do I enjoy it during? Every single lick. But after I do feel like crap. And it motivates me to want to be healthier the next day. Rather than depriving myself and then binging and eating and feeling like crap and then being mad at myself for letting myself do it. It was like a self-hatred war versus like, oh, that doesn't feel good. This is why I do what I do. My point being, if you want to choose to live unhealthy, that is totally your choice and I completely empower it. It's not my place to judge or tell you how to live your life. What matters is your choice. If you want to choose to not grow, that is totally your choice, but don't bitch about the consequences of what you have. If you want to complain and be stuck in victim mindset, choose it. Totally. But understand that's your choice. The moment you choose to do whatever you're doing, choosing your suffering, choosing how you want to be uncomfortable, choosing how you want to improve your life, choosing how you don't want to improve your life, it doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that you're choosing at all to begin with. The entire difference within your experience changes. Choice represents respect. A lack of choice, it's like you're treating yourself like a child, just letting your autopilot tell you what to do. And you've heard me say this before in Coffee with Laura. Uncomfortable emotions are there for you. They are there to help you. Yes, I don't like them either. But they're going to be there whether I like them or not. So why fight them? What I do is actually use them for me. Like I'm encouraging you to use them as the cue, the notifier, like something's up. Something's going on within this system and it wants me to know. And one of the things that it helps me do is choose, is this how I want to look at this? Like on my way home on Sunday, when I was thinking, I don't want to meal prep. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that what I want to choose? Is that the thought I'm choosing right now? And it wasn't. And I'm so happy I caught it because I actually had a dance party and my husband even said I was singing. I'm a terrible singer. So glad I couldn't hear myself. I had headphones on. Regardless, we have to choose. Uncomfortable emotions suck. They alert us to the boundary that's being crossed. They help us understand how to care for ourselves better. They help alert us to a potential to invest in ourselves or to choose to not to invest in ourselves. Again, if you don't want to feel it, that's fine. But then choose to not feel the discomfort. there's a lot of ways that we neglect ourselves, and it was conditioned into us. But to not change is to choose to continue to neglect ourselves, which is, again, totally fine. I didn't change for like 30 years. What we tend to do is we tend to wait for the discomfort, for the suffering to exceed our desired experience. Is that the choice you want to make? What I encourage you to do is join me in the Get to Know the Real You course. It will transform your awareness of yourself, your life, your experience. I guarantee you will feel more fulfilled. You will feel happier. You will understand yourself more. You will heal. You will stress less. You'll have less anxiety. You won't burn out. And guess what? You'll actually learn to like yourself. It is a complete healing journey. And if you don't know about it yet, click the link below and it will tell you all about it. But I'm telling you guys, if you want to choose to change your life, if you want to choose to stop suffering, this is the course for you. If you have any questions, please do let me know. But whatever you do, choose. That's it. That's all I got. Thank you for choosing to listen to me today. And I look forward to hopefully you choosing to listen to me again next week, next Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.